Hey guys, welcome to Draw My Story. And here's the shout out to those amazing fans of Draw My Story who've sent in their fan arts. They're beautiful. Thank you guys for sending. If you also want your arts to be featured in my video, then please follow the instructions of how to send in your fan art. It's in the video description below. Love you guys. I hope so far you've all been doing great in this new year. To make your time even better, I've created this video to draw and tell the story of a monster that I know you guys have been wanting to hear. By the title, you already know who it is, and it's none other than Hush. Hush is a monster that slowly emerged out of the shadows into the light of popularity after the testimonies of a handful of people who have had the misfortune of coming in contact with it. Being a monster that's just starting to become as famous as others, like Siren Head, Cartoon Cat, etc. But there isn't much available about this monster. Hush is again related to artist Trevor Henderson, but it's not an original character of this horror artist. Now you might be wondering, then who created Hush? Well, Hush was created by a fan of Trevor. And according to the Instagram page that was used for its publication, the name of the creator of this monster is Hendrew Arts. While creating a monster with great characteristics, abilities, and personalities can be a very wowing work of art, we as fans are sure to definitely get more interested in the character than the maker. This, of course, leads us to asking the questions. Who is Hush? Hush can be denoted with a lot of things, referred to in several ways, and even made jest of due to its appearance. But one thing this monster isn't is a killer. Yes, you heard it right. Not every monster is a killer. Some just want to be all alone, with being disturbed by the unsolvable problems of humanity. This same goes with Hush. When we speak of its appearance, Hush can be seen as a very skeletal creature. It's so skeletal that it's like life force has been ripped out of its body. Hush has a misshapen neck, and like every other human, possesses a face. However, unlike the human body, Hush's face only consists of its mouth and nose, leaving it absent of a working ear and a functional pair of eyes. So it doesn't have eyes and ears. Then how is this monster able to see its victim or hear them? Well, I know a lot of you have questions, and I'm going to answer them as we proceed in this video. First, let's talk about what this creature does as a monster. Hush is one that can be referred to as a movie theater monster, because it's neither seen in playgrounds where the children gathers, nor in abandoned buildings. Rather, it prefers to entertain itself by stalking theaters and blending with humans as they watch movies or perform any other related activities. Hush loves movies. This creature has always been a big fan of movies since its childhood, and it was once human before becoming a monster. Hush is always interested in seeing any movie, irrespective of the genre. and it prefers that everyone should watch movies in silence without making noises that will hinder other people's entertainment. By now, I'm sure you've figured out how this monster got its name. Hush. As hush means to silence someone or shush someone, and this is exactly what this monster does. In order to enjoy its time in the theater, Hush will always hush anyone who decides to delight in making noise in the cinema while the movie's going on. According to those who have encountered this monster, it's revealed that this monster doesn't just go ahead to hush you immediately, but gives you obvious warnings for a repeated amount of time before making the move of hushing you completely, with its kinetic energy manipulating power. No, that's a mouthful, right? Well, the power Hush possesses sounds complex and does just one thing, and that's to eliminate sound. According to more details gotten from witnesses, Hush enjoys sitting at the back row of movie theaters, where most of the seats to its left and right are empty. As soon as Hush hears someone speaking, it will give them a warning sign. Hush will warn such person by loudly coughing, as if it were clearing its throat. This, when done in places like cinemas, is the universal signal that somebody's speaking too loudly. After the first warning, if the person decides to continue speaking, then Hush will signal another warning. However, the warning this time will be clear, as Hush would actually speak to the person from the back row where it's seated and politely ask them to be silent. So, will you again make noise in the movie theater? Comment below. Now, some interesting fact you should note. Even though Hush has a strange and misshapen body structure, people who encounter it don't show signs of fear or shock. While we don't know how Hush is able to do this, we assume that humans don't get scared of its appearance because they only see it from far behind in the theater hall and completely assume it to be just an ordinary man in a costume. After the second warning, Hush switches to his monster mode and will no longer have mercy. If the same person were to make noise again the third time, Hush would use its kinetic manipulation power to alter the sound wave generated by the person and prevent them from making any sound. Such people will become unable to make any sound, even if they try to speak with a megaphone. In fact, Hush goes far as to make it impossible for the person to generate sound by interacting with other objects, or even smacking metals together. The effect of the Hush isn't something anyone would want to experience, as it leaves one in that state of loneliness, like one is totally cut off from the external world. The great part about the hushing effect made by Hush is that it only lasts for a couple of hours before it wears off and you get back to your original state. On a standard note, Hush's hushing effect should only last till the end of the movie. But if you make this monster mad enough, then you might just have to wait 3 more days before you get your sense of sound back. And that was today's story, guys, about Hush. Comment and let me know how'd you like it. And please subscribe to my channel, guys, if you want to see more Draw My Story horror videos like this one. Till then, bye.